All right, well, welcome everybody. Dial-R's Twi'lek Tactics. So many videos today. This is my weekly segment going over my free-to-play account, wrapping up week 5. So in this video segment, I usually go over everything. Basically, I just go over my account, how it developed through week 5. I'm going to show you a bunch of like how I progressed in DISA. I'm going to let you look at my roster. I'm going to discuss my story mode progression, etc., 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 right? And then at the end, afterwards, we're going to go over my spreadsheet that I have made, which the link is in the description, going over the tips and tricks, or everything that I learned in week 5, as well as how many tickets I've accrued to date in Eternal Evolution, how many I spent, strategy, etc., etc., etc. The goal of this video segment is just to show you, if you're free to play, basically the correct way to navigate through the first 5 weeks of play, because those first 5 weeks are set in stone, and then after that you just join the general global cadence of releases. Alright? Okay. So let's go to the footage now. This is recorded footage off my phone, since this account, my baby account, is on my phone as well as my main account. So we'll watch the video segment that is recorded, and then we'll look at the spreadsheet. All right, so week 5 was actually pretty good. I did pull pretty much every advanced ticket that I could get just to try to bolster my roster. Again, following the advice that someone told me for week 4, which, again, I don't regret that. I think that my free-to-play account really benefited from pulling on the advanced tickets and getting as much copies of elite characters as I possibly could. With that being said, story mode, I'm at 32-1. Now, keep in mind, I ended week 4 at 26-16, so I added almost 6 whole stages onto that game mode. We'll go into heroes. I should have went into heroes first, but as you see, I'm starting to get decently developed, well, okay developed characters. So Taylor is almost immortal. I got Maz up to legendary +2, which means I need 2 more copies to immortal. Crete is legendary +2, which means 2 more copies to immortal. Emma tomorrow will be legendary +2 as well, so I will have 3 of the big 5. Like, I'll have a tank, a healer, and a damage dealer, all equal level, and I will get their copies eventually. They will get to immortal eventually. Randall made it to immortal this week. Serena and Artis were already immortal. Nagrama is knocking on the door of immortal. Kalaza is knocking on the door. I do have a copy of Boar, so he will be immortal when I get the food. Na Fang, I'm only a week in. We got a week left, or actually 6 days left of the Rise of Heroes. I should get enough to get him immortal, so I'll have 2 Vanguards at immortal, or 3 Vanguards at immortal: Artis, Crete, and Na Fang, and that will be my interim arena PvP team until I can get the summoners up there. Botmart, I think I got to legendary this week, and then the rest you see is really kind of just a hodgepodge. Kane, I got up to red, which is interesting since I never really had Kane on my main account until I didn't need him. Muka needs, I want the summoners. The summoner team is really the team in this game. You see, there's my Anpu right there. I need way more Anpu. I need way more Daniel. I need way more Servali. I really do. Senway and Kalaza, like I said, they're up top there. So those 2 would round out that team, since I don't have Scour and Hattie. And then, yeah, nothing at the bottom. So really, this is the roster right now. And it does the trick. It has enough of each class to get me by. Elite campaign, nothing really to say there. I haven't really pushed it in a while. I'm just kind of taking the free loot. I could push it probably a little bit more. Rise of Heroes, I am beating Hell Boss, so that's nice that, I beat Hell Boss on day 1 that it opened with this baby account, which I think I said that last week as well. No, I did not. No, Hell Boss, this is the first week of Hell Boss. You guys haven't seen this. Yes, my roster with the summoners I have and what I have, I can't show you since I don't have the tickets, the team I used. but I do believe it had Senway Kalaza, Crete, Masrani, and Emma was able to beat Hell Boss, which if you can beat Hell Boss, you're going to get an immortal character that is available in Rise of Heroes very, very easily. So I'll have Nafang immortal. Thank you, EE. My combat power is 2.9 million. Last week I ended at 2.1, so I've added basically 800,000 power. Now, a lot of that, I'm just going to give you guys full disclosure, a lot of that came from class technology. So as you see, if we go through these, I've been starting to 5-5 everything. Like Vanguards, there you go. Everything is 5-5. And then, of course, I'm putting more into health. Assassins, not quite there. Hunters, I think, I'm trying to do as much as possible. I think my summons are all 5-5. No, not all 5-5. But you see the point. Like, that's basically just fluff stats. But it's not fluff, but it is, right? So that's easy stats. That's unearned stats. And the only reason I got that is because I'm in a guild called the Family. I believe it's called the Family. That they do actually take Guild Hunt quite seriously. So I recommend, if you are free to play, you find yourself a good guild that is going to do Guild Hunt and that will prioritize active members hitting Guild Hunt every time. I almost said something bad, because that is definitely going to affect your roster to a very, very, very high degree. What else can I show you guys? This is pretty much it. Gear's finally becoming easy to get. As you see, well, not easy, but relatively easy. Or like you see, I am amassing mostly legendary gear on all of my major characters. You can rest now. And I replace the pieces as I get them on key characters in order for me to progress further in the content. So gear is coming along. Rise of Heroes is really what's catapulted me into gear, because if we see, I even got 21 left now, and I used it all at the end of week 4 to get Maserati, that last copy. But the Rise of Heroes just pumps out stamina. Oh, and by the way, if you see, I am, after 5 weeks, knocking on the door of DISA 15. Obviously, DISA 14 still just by the skin of my teeth, but within a week, I should probably farming 15. As you see, best clear time of 2:10. That's nothing that great, but I definitely progressed in DISA this week. Terradome, I think I'm still stuck at 12. I haven't tried this, or I think I did and failed, but and I'll show you my teams as well. You know, now that I got Crete and I got Randall, Immortal, it's just not enough yet, so that's the team I'm using though. Once I get Bailey from the Valentine's Day event, that's going to get a little easier. My team that I'm using on DISA is obviously, you know, Sorietta, Taylor, Emma, Crete, Masrani. They can do 14 on auto without... I do have to move Taylor over to the Bones and do that trick, but otherwise they defeat it pretty easily. Sincero, I am stuck at 12. I tried to do 13 today to try to get one more, and I couldn't do it. Again, my account is lacking on AoE characters, so really I'm relying on Nagrama to kill the eggs and the spiders, and I'm also kind of relying on a little bit of RNG, because if the eggs pop in multiple zones, then it's sometimes a little difficult for me to clean up all of the green spiders before they get to the boss and blow my team up. So I do have to like play it smart. I tried 13 and just got stomped on 13. So right now I'm currently stuck at 12, but that's also partly or mostly due to the fact that I don't have AoE characters developed to a degree where they can be useful in that content. Ancient Altar, I one-keyed easy, one-keyed normal again. I am saving all 3 attempts to get as far as I can into hard. Did I say what I got on Altar last week? No, I did not. But I think I got, well, let's just look. So it looks like I got milestone 3 of hard. So I have not yet gotten 4. So on hard last week, I was able to do over 19 million. With the amount of progression in my roster, I am quite confident that in 3 keys, I should be able to Actually, I'm not confident that I can beat hard, but I'm we'll see. We'll see. I'm definitely going to get a milestone 3 again, though. We'll see. I shouldn't say, I shouldn't cash checks my butt can't, or what is it? Write checks my butt can't cash. So Ancient Altars, nice. I still like that. Soul Mine, I made it up to 316 in Soul Mine, and last week I ended at 285. So I've done basically 31 levels in Soul Mine. Pushed a great deal. 31 levels in a week is fairly good progression. And that's all due to me pulling all my tickets in, all my advanced tickets. If we look at the banner, so the reason why I have Anpu on my banner is because I want Bailey, right? I want Bailey, but if I pull... Ooh. If I pull a... This is risky. So if I pull a Bailey, it won't reset the counter. But if I pull an Anpu, it will. So, you know what? Let's put Bailey back in there, just in case. That way, no matter what, I'm ensuring I get a Bailey. Because that would suck if I pulled Anpu and then I was locked out, because as a free-to-play, you can only get 65 roses unless they give us more promo codes. I would be locked out of getting Bailey on this account. So definitely going to keep him there. If I get a Bailey, all right, cool. Then I'll spend the rest of my rose petals on red runes. All right. Okay, so... did not go for Zeta at all. No, she is gone in 10 hours. Did not go for her at all. She is pretty much useless. Nobody uses her. And then the Sorvali, I did pull to pity, just to pity. And I have 17 tickets left over. I'll save all those, and I'll save all the tickets I get from the Valentine event this week to go towards the next new hero on the next banner next week. If we go look at... What else should I show you? If we go look at Arena, I'm currently 18th, which is the highest I've ever been. And my team, though, is the triple Vanguard team. So you see I'm running Hagridon Commander, I'm running Mazrani, Crete, Artis, and Na Feng. So I am running one of the meta teams, even though it's not the meta team. Artis should be replaced with Leo, and Emma should be Bailey. That would be the meta Vanguard team. But I do have some of the pieces for it, and I am getting the effect of the Hagridon Commander by using three Vanguards. All of them built as tanks, right? Basically to stay alive, do their things, proc Pain Rune, because Na Feng does proc Pain Rune, and Emma just pew-pews. So that's my Arena team. I have pushed to the highest point I've ever been in Arena, but in Galactic Arena, I'm still in Diamond 1. Still in Diamond 1. I can fight people in Master, but I lose. What's my power? 2.9. And as you see, there people above me are in like 3 point something. And I know you could pick and choose who'd beat, but I'm just getting knocked down. So right now, I'm fine with where I'm at. If we look in the shop, I got 72,000. And remember, I had pretty much zero coins when this shop refreshed. So in a week, I got 72,000. I need to pick it up a little bit, or I might miss res, because I'm at the halfway point now, and I am not at the halfway point to 150,000. So doing that might have screwed me at getting a res this week, but we'll see. We shall see, because I got 3 days left till the rewards go out. And the rewards do give you, yes, plenty of these tokens. So I will, no matter what, still get my res copy for this cycle. So I'm happy. Even though I'm not in Master, it doesn't matter. I'm still getting my res copy every cycle. So that's cool. Twilight Lands is gone. Rise of Heroes is easy. Everything else is falling into place. The roster's coming along. And yeah, that's about it. I was a little bit worried that I would not be able to get enough of the achievements in order to get my 60 roses, but I will. There are some that I probably won't get. Like, so this one, get the high score of 1.2 million, right? And you see that right now I'm only doing 750,000 basically, right? So I'll miss that one maybe, but the one right below it, or the three right below it, get a total score of 3 million, 4.5, and 6 million. So if I'm doing 700,000, I don't know, do the quick math. What's 7 times 7? I guess 7 times 7 is only 4.9 million, and then plus what, 50,000. I really got to push it, and I got to roster. I got to get that 6 million. Otherwise, I'll miss the 1.2, the high score. So there's 1. I might miss that 6 million, which would be 2. That one I'll get. I might miss that one, be 3. I might miss that one, be 4. I do have to push it. So for me to get my Bailey, I do have to develop my roster enough this week to get those total scores. See how it's all-time score and then daily max score? Every day the daily max score gets added onto your all-time score. I do have to push it. I do have to pick it up in order to get my 60 roses as a 5-week-old account. So I'm going to be on the cusp, and we'll let you guys know at the end of next week, and then when we do this video segment. So I was worried about that, but there is a little bit to worry about. So now I think that's pretty much it for me being able to show you visually what I did in game with my roster. So now let's go to the spreadsheet and we'll discuss my notes. Make sure I turn my mic on. Let's pull up the spreadsheet, which is the link is in the description of this video. All right, now we got to blow this up so you guys can see it. That'll do. Now let's. There we go. Let's do that. Okay. Oh, it's still a little too small. There we go. There we go. Okay. Let's see, can I make it bigger? There, ooh, there we go. Okay, there we go. Perfect. So, week 5. Is my mic on? Yeah, it's on. All right, week 5. So, the Zeta banner came up. Skip that one altogether. Don't worry about Zeta. You really don't worry about her ever. The Sorvali banner came up. And since I had already pulled some on the Sorvali banner, so if we go back to this week, I did pull the... I think I pulled Anpu back here. Yeah, I pulled Anpu there. I pulled a bunch of limited tickets on Sorvali's banner. Only, I think I was 52. I pulled 52 on her banner because I needed to spend all my tickets in week 4 to get a free copy of Masrani. So when it came to, when the banner switched, I actually switched the banners and I pulled the rest of the 8 since I was 52. Like right here, 52 carried over from week 4 Sorvali banner. I only had to pull 8 to get my 1 copy of Daniel. And then it reset the counter, and I pulled another 60 on the Sorvali banner to pity, which worked out beautifully. And I do have to say, I was tickled pink when I saw that the Daniel banner was up. 3 limited banners came up in week 5. So prior to that, week 4 through 1, you did not get the new global banner. You did not get it. I missed out on whatever was coming up back then. But in week 5, I did. I got 3 banners when it carried over. So I pulled the 60 to pity again on Sorvali, and I pulled the 8 to get pity on Daniel. The Astral Order event, which was for Masrani, where you get the limited tickets, advanced tickets, and a copy of Masrani. I had already gotten the Masrani copy, but I got the advanced limited tickets. It carried over... carries over 1 week basically from week 4, so it's going to carry over till tomorrow. It's actually still up on my free to play account until tonight. The Masrani Hero Evolution, it carried over 2 days, only 2 days from week 4. A bunch of these did that. The Emma banner did that as well, and you needed to get something in week 3 on her Hero Evolution to get her to Legendary. Details Gathering, it's the global event, as I say right here, with Boar and the wheel spins, and it's, you know, Details Gathering is a pay to win event, so I didn't really do anything on there. Gemuzo's Bell, global event, again, Sorvali, Anpu,
and the summon prototype is prizes, not prizes. And then in story campaign, I pushed from 2616 to 32:1, so almost 6 chapters or 6 stages. And what I got from that was I got a free Paluno after 51, I got a free Bot Mark after 53, and a free Kalaza after 55. So, got a Summoner, I got an AoEer, and I got a single target, as is indicated right there. So those are the free units I got in week 5, other than the banner pulls, right? So I got day 1 of week 5. I got Crete to legendary +1, Maserani up to legendary +2, which is big because then you can exclusive 20 them, which I did take both Crete and Maserani to X20, which helped make me do the big push. Can't wait to see what happens tomorrow after I get Emma to legendary +2, and then I can X20 her as well. So that's cool. I have 3 of the big 5 tunes. I would say some of the other big tunes, well, obviously Leo, Daniel, and then if you want to throw in an AoE or maybe say like Luke, right? So 3 is 6, you could say. That's debatable, but I got basically a tank, a damage dealer, and a healer, right? Which is, now I just need a support and another damage dealer. Usually is how that works. Rise of Heroes event opened in week 5 for me. And I beat Hellboss. I beat Hellboss on day 1, which goes a long, long way. So you can do it with the roster that you guys saw me have at this point in the recorded video footage is able to beat Hellboss. Which goes to show that it was necessary for them to give us Purgatory Boss, because Hell was the final difficulty and it's way too easy if someone after week 5 can down it, no problem. And then I pulled the rest of my advanced cards on day 6, so yesterday. So that's pretty much it. Not as much notes, not as much strategy, but this 3 banner thing was kind of cool. How I could do just switch gears and pull 8 on Daniel to get that copy. Because I was really worried that I was going to miss the Daniel banner, since Daniel is such a pivotal character. Those of you that are in weeks 1 through 4 that are going to miss out on Daniel, don't know when the next time he's coming back. So he's a critical piece in the current PvP meta team, which is the Summoners. And I do have a copy: Savarli, Anpu, Daniel, Rez, and Oisa, which would make up that meta team. So yeah, so I'm happy. I got all the building blocks that I need, except for Leo. Leo is the one building block I'm regretting that I don't have for this account yet. Now, if we look at tickets, so I spent 68, 8 on Daniel, 60 on Savarli, limited tickets, and then I earned 85 for the week. So as you see, 85 in week 5, 93 in week 4, 64 in week 3, 71, and 124. They really feed you the limited tickets in week 1. But it's not bad. They do feed you enough to pull pity on the basically, you got to choose if you want the global repeat banner or the new hero banner. But you know, 85, 93, so they do give you a fair amount of limited tickets free to play. They really do, and that number's only going to increase. I'm going to get a bunch of them in the Valentine's Day event this week, and then you're going to get more and more in the Ancient Altar, which is going to be your primary source of limited tickets. Right, so lifetime earned, I've earned 437 limited tickets in through week 1 through 5, and 656 advanced tickets in weeks 1 through 5. So if you were saving to get a Bailey with 700 advanced tickets, it's gonna take you roughly 6 weeks if you're saving just advanced. But if you do that, you're going to be missing out on so much development that you might not like this game because the development is so slow. So really, my takeaway, and this is the starting, the beginner rotation, right? Through weeks 1 through 5 are all locked in stone. Let's turn my face on. They're all locked in stone, so we all have to go through it. There's going to be some randomness, given that you can start getting some of these global non-release or non-rotation new release banners in week 4. Actually in week 3, because Anpu showed up for me in week 3. So really it's week 1 and 2 that you're locked, just hard locked to beginner events and beginner banners. But really I'd say if you were going to go start from scratch today, I'd probably want to try, based on RNG, because I wouldn't have got it, try to pull the 500 tickets on Emma's recruitment event to get a free copy of Emma, possibly get Emma to Immortal. You could probably skip Ravenna, because really I got Ravenna to Mythic 1, like yellow +1, and she's not doing anything for my account. Like, yeah, she was nice at the very beginning when your whole roster was Mythic level, but you're quickly going to outpace her. So I would probably say, and I think I used, oh no, I did not use a Gene Hybrid on her, but really you could probably not pull her 60 tickets in week 1 to get that free copy. You really don't have to. They do, the grand ceremony, or the free copy from the grand ceremony has been reinstated. I knew they took it away for a week or 2. I think it was 1 week they took it away. So really I would say skip this. Don't pull these 60 tickets, and then spend all your tickets in week 2 on Emma's recruitment banner to possibly get her to Immortal in week 2. Now, I know if you skip Crete, you can get Masrani to Limited 2, but that's not a good strategy, because I know at the time that some people had done that, Leo was the week 3 banner. So the people got Leo and they just skipped Crete altogether. But I'd say you do need Crete. He is going to be a tank that pushes you to the bleeding edge. So you are going to want to pull 60 tickets on Crete. You could probably skip the Anpu banner, which I'm glad I didn't, but who knows what it's going to be. You could probably skip the non-rotational banner in week 3. You're going to get a free copy of Crete in the Galactic Treasure event. So you're going to get a couple copies of him. Crete's really good. Plus, it's the double chip. You kind of want to pull some chips, the double chip, but you're going to be tapped out if you pulled 500 in week 2. But that's not a bad thing. So really, in weeks 1 through 3, these are the characters: Emma, Crete, and Masrani that you really want to probably push for. And if this guide can help you, like I said, the link is in the description of this video. So it was fun. It was actually quite fun making a free-to-play account and then documenting everything. I am still going to document everything in going week 6 through 105. 50, wow, what is that? It's 50, what, 2 weeks in a year? So we'll see. See how long this game goes. Hope it goes for a while, though. But, no, this has been fun. So if you guys have any comments or questions about the beginner free-to-play experience, and again, if you're spending money, this whole thing goes out the window. You can pretty much just do whatever you want. But it was really kind of fun to game the system. Free-to-play, like, you got to do some weird things. Like, you got to hold until, like, in week 3, where is it? The Emma Evolution event carryover is 2 days. You really have to hold and get that last copy in week 4, or in week 3, I mean. And then it's the same thing with Masrani. His Astral Order event and his Hero Evolution event carry over into week 4. So you really kind of got to play your cards right with evolutions. Don't do anything stupid. Don't spend your Gene Hybrids on other characters other than Emma, Crete, or Masrani. Even though I think I don't think I used one on Anpu. No, I didn't. You see here in red, use Gene Hybrid on Emma, use Gene Hybrid on Emma, used one on Crete, used Gene Hybrid on Masrani, used one on Crete, used one on Crete, and then over here, which I know it's small, you guys can't read it, but you can click on the link in the description if you want to read it. Told you exactly what or where I got the copies for all these characters. Now keep in mind, I did get one free Gene Hybrid from the devs when they had the extended maintenance, and I put that on my Crete, but otherwise my Crete would just be at Legendary 0, which it's Legendary, right? So you could take away a copy or a copy of Crete from here, but I didn't have to because I got it. So a couple things I would like to highlight again is in this game, it is very, very critical that you find yourself a good alliance that's going to run Guild Hunt as quickly as possible. You just have to start contributing because it was pivotal that I got a Gene Hybrid from Guild Hunt bosses to use. I think I used that on Mazrani. Yes, I see it right now. 1 copy from Guild Hunt Gene Hybrid shards. Used it on Mazrani. Or you could use it on Emma, whichever you need the most. And what else? I pulled every single ticket I had in week 4 on Mazrani. I'd probably do that again. And yeah, everything's right here in black and white, blue, green, pink, and red. So we're going to wrap it up right there since I'm already a half an hour in. So this has been the beginning experience 1 to 5. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Hope you learned something. If not, oh well, thanks for watching. So until next time, guys, cheers, peace, bye-bye.